Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. In this video of Python course, I will talk about arithmetic operations in Python. And guys, before proceeding further, I would like to inform you that you can go to my channel WishInfinite and there you would be able to access this complete Python course. Here I have already published videos related to Python installation, VS Code installation for Python, and Jupyter extension installation in VS Code. These are all prerequisite videos. If you have not watched these videos, I would highly recommend you to watch these videos first. Now let's continue. So what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators are symbols used in Python to perform mathematical calculations on numerical values. They are mainly used with integer and float data types. These operations allows us to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and perform other basic mathematical operations in Python program. Here is the list of arithmetic operators in Python. Let's discuss them one by one. So now let's start with addition arithmetic operation. Addition is used to add two numbers. Let's see the practical example. Let's go to VS Code. And here I've already created one notebook file which is arithmetic_operators.ipynb. Here let me create one code cell. Here click onto this code. And here I will create two variables. So for first variable, I will give name as num1. You can give any meaningful name here. And here I will put value as 20. It can contain any value, right? And then I will create one more variable which is num2 equals to, and here I will give value as 5. Now let's perform addition operation. For that we are going to use this plus symbol. So here we need to give num1 plus num2. Here if you want to use that print function, that also you can use. For now, as we are using Jupyter Notebook, I am not using print function. Now let's click onto this execute. And don't forget to select this kernel version if it is not selected for you. Let's click onto this execute cell and see we have got addition of these two numbers which is 25. And here we have added these two variables which are containing these values. We can also provide values directly. Let's say we directly want to add two values, so we can provide it like this: 10 plus 3. Any values you can provide here, and once you will execute, you will get addition. So it's totally up to you, but usually we would be using variables to store the values and then we would be performing any operations on it. Now let's talk about subtraction arithmetic operation. So subtraction is used to subtract one number from another. And for that we are going to use this minus symbol. So let's see the practical example. Here let me create one more code cell. And here we would be using this num1 and num2 only, which are containing values 20 and 5. We need not to again create it, right? As we have already created them and executed them in the previous cell. If you want to change any value for the different code cell, you will have to again execute that code cell after changing the value. So remember that. Now here what we need to do, we need to subtract these two numbers. So here we will provide num1 minus num2. So we are subtracting num2 from this number. So 20 minus 5 we are going to do, which is going to give us 15. Let's execute it and see we got 15. And here we can also provide values like this. So 10 minus 3 or 20 minus 5, that also you can do. Now let's talk about multiplication arithmetic operation. So multiplication is used to multiply two numbers. And for that we are going to use this star operator. Let's see the practical example for the same. Here let's create one more code cell. And here what we need to do, we need to multiply these two numbers which are 20 and 5. So now we are going to provide this num1 and then this star operator. And after that we need to provide the second number which is num2. Like this you can provide multiple numbers also here. Let's say again you want to multiply it with number 3. So you can put this star num3. Same is the case for addition and subtraction. Now what it will give us? It is going to give us 100. 20 into 5. We are using these two numbers only. Let's execute it and see we have got 100. Here also same thing, you can also provide values directly. Now let's talk about division arithmetic operation. And for that we are going to use this / operator, which is divide operator. This division always gives a float value in Python. And for that what we need to do, we need to provide first number, then this / operator, and then the second number or value. So here let's go to VS Code. Here let's create one more code cell. You can also do all these things in the single cell also. And here what we need to do, we need to provide num1, then this slash or / operator, which is divide operator, and then num2. So what it will give us? So it is going to use this 20 as num1 and 5 as num2, and 20 divided by 5 is 4, right? This is a simple math operation which we are doing. And now let's click on to execute and see we have got this 4, but as float. As I told, that division always gives a float value in Python. And like this, you can also provide numbers directly. Let's say if I provide 10 divided by 3. What it will give us? 3.333, right? Now let's talk about this floor division arithmetic operation. And for that we need to use these double forward slash operator. So we need to provide first number, then double forward slash, and then second number. And what it is going to do? Floor division removes the decimal part and gives only the whole number. So this operation is going to be similar to this division operation, but here we are not going to get any floor number. It is just going to provide the whole number and it will remove the decimal part. So previously, as we have used this 10 divided by 3, so what we were getting? We were getting this 3.33, all the decimal values. But if we will perform this floor division operation, then we will just get 3. Let's see that. Let's create one more code cell. And here, rather than directly using those num1 and num2, I will use values here. So 10, then double forward slash, which is floor division operator, and then 3. You can also use variables here. You can save these values inside the variable and then can perform the arithmetic operation. That's totally up to you. And now let's click on to execute. And see, we have got just the integer part only, and it has removed all the decimal values. And now let's talk about modulus arithmetic operation. So modulus gives the remainder after division. So after division, whatever the remainder value is there, we are going to get it as the output once we perform this modulus arithmetic operation. And for that, we need to use this percentage symbol or operator. And how to perform this modulus operation? For that, we need to provide first number, then this percentage symbol, and then the second number. So as we divided 10 divided by 3, now we are going to get remainder which left after the division. Let's see that. Here, let's create one more code cell. And here, let's say if I use this num1 and num2, which is 20 and 5. So what would be the remainder? The remainder would be 0. Let's see that. Num1 percentage num2. Usually I provide the space between the symbols. If you don't want to provide that, that is also okay. See, before and after each symbol I provided the space so that it is properly visible. If you don't want to provide the space, that is also okay. See, here we did not provide it. And here let's execute it. So 20 modulus 5, we got 0. But if we will provide 10 modulus 3, so what we will get? We will get 1 as the remainder. See, we got 1 because that is the remainder after division of these two numbers. Now let's talk about exponent arithmetic operation. So exponent is used to calculate power, and for that we need to use these symbols, which are 2 stars. So for multiplication we have used 1 star. Here we are going to use 2 stars, and it is going to give us power of the number. So here, as we have given example, 2 to the power 3. So 2 double star and 3, which means multiply 2 3 times, and then we are going to get 8. So let's see that. Here let me create one more code cell again, and here as we want to do 2 to the power 3, so 2 double star and then 3, and what we will get? 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. Let's say if I want to do 4 to the power 4, so 4 double star 4, so 4 into 4 into 4 into 4, which is 256. So like this you can calculate power. And now let's talk about operator precedence. So Python follows a specific order when evaluating arithmetic expressions. So first it gives priority to this exponent, which is power. After that it gives priority to multiplication, division, floor division and modulus. So this would be on second priority. And after that it gives priority to addition or subtractions, which is having priority 3. So what does that mean? So let's say if you are having an expression where we are having multiple arithmetic operators, like we are having power, multiplication, division, addition, subtractions. So this is the order which it is going to follow. Let's understand it with the help of one example. So let's go to VS Code, and here let me create one more code cell. And here this is the expression which I am going to explain you to help you understand this operator precision. So as I told, the first priority is of this exponent. So now here this is the expression where there are multiple arithmetic operators like division, addition operator, multiplication, division operator, power operator. Now let's go step by step to understand that in which order Python would be evaluating this particular expression. So as I told, first priority is for this power or exponent operator, this one. So now what will happen? This particular expression will get resolved. So 2 to the power 3, which would be 8. So now let me write it. So what will happen? Here let me copy this whole expression, and here first this particular expression will get evaluated, which is 2 to the power 3. So it is going to be 8 here. And after that we saw that the second priority is for multiplication, division, floor division and modulus. So now wherever these operators are getting used, that particular part will get evaluated. So here we have 2 divisions and 1 multiplication, which are having priority 2. So this 100 by 10 would be 10. So let me write 10. And then we have this 3 into 16 divided by 8. So either you can do this 16 by 8, which is 2, and then 3 into 2, which would be 6. Or you can do 16 into 3, which is 48, and 48 divided by 8 is going to be 6. So same thing we are going to get. So here, let's do that. So let's first do this 16 divided by 8, which is 2, and then 3 into 2 is 6. So here, after this 10, I will provide this plus. So 100 by 10 is 10, then plus. And here, as we just discussed, that we are going to get 6. And now third priority is for addition and subtraction. So here we have this addition operator, which means we are going to get 16. So this should be our final output for this expression. Let me comment out this particular part just to make you understand this operator precision. I have explained it to you step by step. But with the help of Python, we are just directly going to get output. So here let me click on to the execute and see we have got this 16.0. Here division is also involved, so we have got float number. So for now, I've used some of the operators like division, multiplication, addition, power. But apart from that, there are modulus, float division, subtractions. So these operators are also there. And as an assignment, you can try all the operators in a single expression and try to evaluate it. First, try to understand it. As per this priority, it is going to perform the evaluation and then execute the code. And guys, if you are finding this playlist helpful, please let me know in the comments. And feel free to share your suggestions. I would love to hear your thoughts. And now I will conclude this video here. But before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. So here we saw that arithmetic operators are symbols used in Python to perform mathematical calculation on numerical values. Here we saw that there are multiple arithmetic operators in Python. Using that, we can perform different arithmetic operations. Like we are having this plus for the addition, minus for the subtraction, star for the multiplication, / for the division, / for the float division, percentage is for modulus, and this double star is for exponent or for power. So here in the VS Code, we saw example for each one of them. Like here we performed addition. We can perform all the arithmetic operation by providing the variables which are containing the value or by directly providing the values. Or we can also do combination of it. Like here, we can use num1 plus num2 plus 50. Similarly, we saw that we can perform subtraction using minus. So 20 minus 5 was 15. Then we performed multiplication by using this star, division by using this /. Then we performed float division where we got just the integer part from the division. So it was 3.333 like multiple division values. But we have got this integer part only. Then we performed modulus operation using this percentage symbol, where we get remainder of the division. So like 10 modulus 3, so we got remainder 1. And after that, we saw that we can also perform exponent or power operation, where we need to provide double star. So here we got 2 to the power 3, which is 8, and 4 to the power 4 is 256. After that, we talked about operator precision, where we saw that exponent is having higher priority. And then it is going to give priority for the multiplication, division, float division, and modulus operation. And at the end, it is going to do addition or subtraction. So in the same order, expression will get evaluated. Here we saw it with the help of one example, where this power operation happened first, then this division and multiplication took place, and at the end, this addition took place. Then we got the final output. And guys, like this, you can try to use different multiple numbers, and try to perform each and every operation with some more complex example. And now that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access this whole Python course, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.